Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Surah 36, verse 77 out of 83. Does not man see that it is we who created him from sperm? Yet behold, he stands forth as an open adversary. So some people, and you see it even in today's modern times, whether it is political leaders or tyrants or dictators, and some people who reject the Creator Supreme and they think that they are untouchable, who commit so much crime in the world, they invade other nations and destroy them, whether it is the Pol Pot regime of Cambodia with the killing fields and so on. And we have modern day killing fields in every generation. And they think that they are untouchable, but they forget the origin. The origin was from a lowly sperm. And in one ejaculation, there are 100 million sperms, and in one teaspoon, there are 500 million sperms. So out of 500 million sperms, all of them have been thrown away except for one. That shows how weak a sperm is, right? So out of this lowly sperm, we get a human being. But this human being becomes so arrogant that he or she thinks that they can challenge God and that they know better than God, and that they even deny the Creator Supreme, and they even deny the day of judgment, and they even deny the day of resurrection, and all of that is to their own folly. And he makes comparisons for us and forgets his own origin and creation. He says, who can give life to dry bones and decomposed ones at that? So in a famous example, when the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was sharing this reality of the life after death with the Quraysh leaders, one of them picked up a dry, decomposed bone of the desert and he started crushing it in his hands like a biscuit. And it turned into dust. And he said, are you telling us that this dry bone will be brought back to life? You know, it's mocking and insulting. And we have the same mocking and insulting even today in our 21st century. Some people cannot grasp the concept that they will be brought back to life again, and this is a guarantee. And that is why they prefer to remain atheists. Sadly, some scientists or atheists, because they're intelligent, they feel that because of their intelligence, there's no such thing as life after death. They think, no, it's only a fairy tale. And this is where they're making the biggest mistake of their life, because the Quran is the truth, it is the haqq, it is the kalamullah, it is the word of the Creator Supreme. And it is a guarantee that every single human being on the face of the earth will be brought back to life again, irrespective of race or religion or gender or Christian or non-Christian or Muslim or non-Muslim or Scientologist or pagan worshipper or tribal healer or a Sangoma or a monotheist or a pantheist or a polytheist or an atheist or an agnostic. Even if you don't believe in God, it's a guarantee you're going to be brought back to life again. It's a guarantee. Everyone is going to stand in front of God, including the popes and the presidents and the scientists and the prime ministers and the honorable members of parliaments and people in the United Nations and chairmen of the board and CEOs, even the scientists and local ward councillors and the mayors, every single human being, including Charles Darwin, Professor Richard Dawkins, Professor Brian Cox, Carl Sagan, Alfred Russel Wallace, everybody, every single human being, Stephen Hawking, everyone will be brought back to life again. Even those who died from Alzheimer's or dementia, all the memory will be restored. So they will remember everything exactly. And those who denied it will be in a state of great shock on that day because they denied the truth. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.